hate my 20s. I was gonna say they sucked, but I think I just hate them altogether. Like, the beginning of my 20s suck. I hate them. I hate my 20s so much. Literally, every single decision that I make goes nowhere, and it feels pointless because when I do it, it's the first time I make the decision, and I think it's gonna go so well, and then it doesn't. I feel like I've gone absolutely nowhere for the first 3 years of my 20s, and it's extremely frustrating because I feel so sure about something, and then the next day I feel so unsure about it, and it's just, I hate it. I hate my 20s. I wish that I could just be sure about something and have permanent things. I just feel like your early 20s are all over the place, and I don't want to be all over the place. I want to be stable, and it's driving me crazy. So, yeah. I'm just struggling a lot with making decisions and being sure about my decisions. Like, I feel like after I turned 18, I was kind of in survival mode, hunting for a place and, staying safe. And now it's like I've been doing that for 5 years now, and I'm ready to just be at a place and be sure about something, be sure about my stability. So, and you can't really talk about it with anybody because they're like, oh, you should be so grateful. And yes, I am grateful, but I would like some stability. So, just making me crazy. I just feel like I'm not contributing. I have these things that I'm passionate about, and I'm too afraid to pursue them because I feel like I'm not good enough, or I don't have enough experience, or what is the point? Like, there are people who are already doing this, or what benefit does this give to society? Like, I literally put together an entire Etsy. I put together all of the jewelry that I wanted to sell, put together all of my artwork. I wanted to do an art crafting show, and I put together like a Depop and put all of the clothes that I wanted to sell together and took very professional photos of them. And then the second people started liking the items, I took everything down. I shut down every single account. And as soon as I started getting too many comments or too much support or too many likes, I panicked and hid everything on my channel. So I don't know what that means for me, but I don't like it. I wish I could be sure about something. I wish I could just do something and stick to it. I'm just afraid of failing, so I feel like I stop myself from failing, but doesn't that make me fail? I don't know, it's so sad. I am supposed to go somewhere this weekend, tomorrow, and talk to them about setting up a booth for all of my things. I feel like talking to someone in person would be much more tangible, because when I get that feeling of deleting everything, you can't really delete a contract you've made with a store. It's a bit more of a process, but it is so much easier for me to just hit a button on my phone when I'm not feeling it. So, yeah, I've just been struggling so much with it. I don't understand why. I just won't let myself succeed. I won't give myself the chance to succeed, and that's really sad, because I wouldn't want anybody else to feel like this. I'd say go for what you want, do what you want, and then I take away everything from myself. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. When I turned 18, I started saving and bought myself a big blue bus. And I put it right here. And I lived right here for almost a year. And then I painted it green. We built a kitchen, bathroom, everything you need in a small space. And then we were driving to another state. we had a job out there. And on the way, bus broke down. We used every single bit of our savings to come back home. I didn't have anybody to call. And we gave the bus away for free. Someone else fixed it. It was just easier to give it away. But yeah, that was the first thing I did with my early 20s. And then I didn't give up. And I moved in with my mom for a while. It wasn't ideal, but it helped for a while. And we saved up and we bought a camper. Camper was so cute. And we renovated it. And I think that's when I started my YouTube channel. So that was like maybe 2 years ago now. And we lived off-grid for a while, and that was really fun. That taught us that's what we want. And then we had to get rid of the camper. Then we were going to build a truck build. And the truck broke down. And then now we're back at square one, where we lived when we turned 18. So, I think that's why I'm struggling. Because everything I want keeps falling apart, and then I don't know what to do because why should I want anything anymore if it's just gonna fail? Bronco. Alfredo. So abstract. Bronco. This is a picture from an art book. I tried to copy it just by looking at it. So I got this e.l.f. mist makeup because I ran out of my old ones and I kept filling them up with water and then using them, but they're not really working. And then I got some more of this because this is my favorite lip product I've ever used. It's called Pout Clout. I'm wearing it right now. It's my favorite because it's like cold. It makes your lips like feel tingly and cold. And then I got these, which I've been wanting these for like months, and I'm lucky that they still had them. But they're these like holographic brat stickers. So yeah. My flower is blooming. So pretty. What's a tree? What's a tree? This is the most important trick I've ever taught my dogs. I had these cookies. These are dog cookies, by the way. They're birthday cookies. Okay. Gentle. Good boy. So sweet. So gentle. Sometimes Bronco doesn't understand gentle, but we'll see today. Gentle. Gentle. Good boy. We can never get Bronco to come outside. Bronco, come on. Look at that nose. Baby, it's time to come outside. You have to go potty. He's coming. He's slow. Good boy. Usually when I paint, I don't really think too much. I just do. Like, not a lot really goes on when I'm just painting. I kind of just get in the flow of it. And intuitively know what to do next. I feel like when it's a project for someone else, though, it takes me so long. I'm so indecisive. because I am a perfectionist, and I feel like the only time I don't have to be perfect is when I am painting, unless, like I said, it's actually a project for someone else, or when it's just a fun activity on my own. That's when I enjoy it the best. I feel like some really important things that help me deal with like emotions and stress and stuff is like grounding myself outside. And I know that a lot of people like say that, but I do think it's really important. Usually it doesn't matter what temperature it is. I will go outside and lay on the ground and just lay there, and it helps like bring me back so much. I can't explain why. It just makes me feel so like okay, like I can breathe. It's kind of like what people do when they listen to music. But for me, it's like, of course, listening to music is something that helps me too, but it's easier for me to just run outside and lay in the grass until I feel better. Another thing that I've learned that is really important, I think, for everyone to understand, kind of like, I guess a lot of the stuff that I say you kind of have to discover on your own, but if you know about it, it might be easier for you to discover it. But I do think it's important that people know that it does take more than an hour to process an emotion. Like, when I was younger, I remember when I would get upset, it would feel like I needed to address the issue right then and there and get it over with. Or bottle it up and then never express it. But I've learned that it's important that you process the emotions that you're feeling, especially angry ones, and just sit with it for a while. It may be difficult the first few times, but it's just really important that you sit with the emotion that you're feeling and feel it, and then you will realize how you feel, because initially you may feel very angry or sad, but then over time you'll realize that your feelings can change about situations, and so it's important not to immediately address issues with anger or sadness like so quickly. I used to be very quick to like jump and quick to yell back or quick to like hide, but now I know that I just need time, and I think that's really important that people know that processing things does take time. Now we have a tree with leaves, and we have a ground, and we are about to make that ground turn into like kind of like a dark mossy. Oh, this has never been opened. That's a surprise. Yay, this is the first time I'm ever using this color. How exciting. I just realized I didn't even get me a cup of water for the paint, but it's okay. Let's see. I love that color. That is so pretty. It's like a metallic green. Now we have moss, and now we are going to add some purple to the tree because I want it to be like a beautiful like green and purple weeping willow kind of situation. Okay.
That tree branch looks like it's gonna fall, and I'm laying right under it. I really hope it doesn't fall. Look at that curved root. That would hurt.
I wonder if I just laid here for hours if I would feel better. If I just breathe and pretend that I'm a tree or leaves in the ground. If I just lay here and pretend long enough, will I feel better? Is that a form of meditation? I don't know. It feels good out here though. You wouldn't believe that it's winter. You wouldn't believe that it snowed last week. A dandelion.